Hey, coin folk, welcome back. It's that time for some boxes. We did find $6.50 traveling to. I lost track of how many different banks, and unfortunately, no silver in there. But there was some really nice. Like I put them up front here. Some like gorgeous uncirculated 71. Somebody must have been cutting up some mint sets or something. And actually, most of them are pretty nice, even though they're older. But unfortunately, no varieties or nothing in them. I already scoped them out once I got home. But we do have two boxes, so got to cut into them. And I spoke to my bank this week about doubling up orders for a while, probably through the beginning of the year, but it may take a couple weeks for that to happen. But we'll see. They might surprise me and get it done next week, but I'm not holding my breath. But hopefully, in the near future, we'll hunt a little heavier. Now that things are kind of slowing down for the year. Got some tarnished up fellas in there. A few newer enders. Nothing looking particularly silvery. So, they look kind of similar to a box we had last week. So hopefully we've got some different inside parts. And this box looks fairly similar. Maybe a few less newer enders, but no silver. At least jumping out at us on top. So we'll jump in, look around. Man, another torn up coin in there. But let's jump in the box and see what we got, folks. I'll be back hopefully soon. Let's go. Well, the second coin in the very first roll, we got ourselves the 2024 DDR number one that we've been looking at the past couple weeks. Same exact thing, doubling up inside the wing, snake in the eagle's mouth, all three layers kind of underneath the ribbon there. Got the same polishing lines running up in the field behind there and then down this way in the field as well. So. And there looked like there was quite a few enders, newer enders, so we might find a ton of these again. So we'll see, though. For now, we're going to keep on moving. Just wanted to share the first one, and let's go see what else is in there. So we're on roll 8 here, and I've had quite a few 2024s, but this is the first roll ever that I've opened up. That it appears to be all brand spanking new. So I guess we'll go through and look for DDOs. We've already found our fair share just through 8 rolls. But anyways, just figured I'd share that since it's the first time I'd ever had it happen to me. Hopefully there's not a bunch more of these in the box, but we'll see. Let's keep on moving. On roll 19 here, when I opened up, it looked like almost all 2024s, like a lot of the rolls have been so far. But we had our first NIFC out of the box, 2014 out of Denver. So we'll take it. At least it's not 2024 Philly. There's been so many in this box, but I guess we got to go through them to get them spread out a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep going through. So I'll be back for the little wrap up at the midway point. Might not be a whole lot to look at, but we'll see. Let's go. Well, we finished up the first half box one here. We had just the one NIFC. Didn't find any others. We had the 2024 Philly VDDR number one. And we found 44 more of them in the first half of the box. So, like I said, there's a ton of 2024s. I don't know, maybe 5 to 10% in that range were the DDRs. So I don't know. We're going to keep on moving, I guess, but it's been a little rough. I didn't think it was going to be quite that bad by the amount of newer enders we had, but it's been a ton of 2024. So we're going to keep on moving, and hopefully it gets a little bit better, but we got to go to find out. So let's go. Back on roll 35 here. Thankfully, the second half of the box has changed up quite a bit. Not too many 2024s. And I wasn't sure, so I already peeked, but this guy is what we've been looking for. Little piece of silver. 1969 out of Denver. We'll gladly take that. Was more than happy that at least we weren't looking at a bunch of 2024s, and now we got a low piece silver. So thankfully, the box has changed up a little bit, and hopefully we find some more of these guys. But if not, at least we got one. So let's keep moving, see what else is in there. Back on roll 38 here. She ain't a pretty one. She even kind of hides a little bit, but you see it in the right light, you can catch the fields just a little bit. We got ourselves a proof. 1987. Very well circulated proof, but we'll take it. Better than no proofs, I guess. So keep on moving and see what the rest of these rolls hold for us. At least the second half of the box is giving us a little bit of something, so we'll take it. Well, very last roll of box 1. We got ourselves a 23 Philly DDO number 1. See, doubling real well all throughout the motto. A little bit in the date, the mint mark as well. There's a really nice strike on the coin. Unfortunately, it's got a little scrape kind of right out in front of his nose, and then the back, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if some kind of chemical got on it or something. You can see that luster at the top is just like dead. So I'm not sure what happened to it. But it's still a cool find. And as far as other stuff we hadn't looked at so far, well, I mean, we looked at it, but not these ones. These are ones we found in the second half of the box. We had 6 more of the 24 DDRs that we looked at. And then we had a total of 13 more NIFCs, 1 2002, and then quite a few 2020s from Philly and Denver. So somebody must have had a handful of them they got rid of, but now they're ours. So we're going to move on to box number 2. And we'll see what happens. It might be bleed over or bleed into this box, so might be a lot of new stuff, but we got to hunt them to find out, so let's go do it. Well, box number 2 gave us our first 24 DDR number 1, even quicker than box 1, which was rather impressive since box 1 was on coin number 2. This one was the ender on the first roll of the second box. Same DDR, but figured I'd share. And now we're going to keep on moving. See what else it's got for us. Well, roll number 1 also gives us our first NIFC, 2003 out of Denver, with some unfortunate wrap machine damage, but it is an NIFC, so we'll count it for now, but won't hang on to it. But for now, I just figured I'd share and then keep on moving. Let's go. Back on roll 12 here. Just like the first box, we got a 23 DDO number 1. And fortunately, this one does not have a little ring of wrap machine damage all around it. So this one will actually be able to hold on to it. So pretty nice little find. Used to find these quite often. They seem to have dried up a little bit, but we'll gladly take another one and keep on chugging along in the box, see what else it got for us. So let's go find out. Roll 14 here, and it looks like we got ourselves a bit of the good stuff right here. Third one from the end. Get this paper out of the way. We got another 1969, just like box 1. This one might be a little cruddier, but she's still silver, so we'll still take it. Sweet. At least the box didn't make us wait till most of the way through to find a little bit of silver. So hopefully that means we might bump into a little bit more. So let's keep on moving and find out for sure. Well, we wrapped up first half of box 2 here. Just a few more finds along the way. We have 5 more of the 24 DDRs, so slow down on those a little bit. And we had 2 more NIFCs, a 2007 and a 2011. both out of Philly. So, gonna keep on moving. Jump into the second half, see what she's got for us. Well, it looks like these boxes are trying to match each other as much as possible. We're on roll 44. See this real strong edge on this one here. She's a proof. Focus. 2001. So a little bit newer. Definitely in a little bit better shape than the last one we found. So we'll take that. Wish it was a silver proof. Never found one of those yet. But, you know, you got to take what you can get. So we'll take it. And jump back in. Let's see where we go. We got 6 rolls left. So never know. Let's find out. Alright, so we wrapped up box 2 here. Got everything laid out for a little recap of the hunt. We had 9 more of the 24 DDRs, giving us a total of 66 for the hunt of those. We had 2 of the 23 Philly DDOs. We had 4 more NIFCs, giving us a total of, 9, 12, so total 21 for the hunt of NIFCs. We had 2 proofs, our 87, which isn't in the best of shape, and 2001, which is in a little better shape, and 1 little piece of silver out of each box. Gladly take them. Yeah, of course, you always would prefer to find tons of it, but we'll take what we can get. Throw her in a cup, and that's a pretty decent hunt. Not spectacular, but pretty decent. Lots of finds. So we'll take it, and we'll move on to the next one, whatever that might be. Find out. But for now, folks, I am out. Peace.